C-A-K-E, without a date. Just basically had a topic cost.
Next year.
The second one? Oh, yeah.
Take your time, Tony.
Go ahead. Go.
Stop the crinkling. I don't hear anything. Would you grease this thing? No, maybe it is.
No billboard, right? Show. Yes, no,
Can't see what that's.
oh, can't even open this up. I can't even open this up.
I keep it short. I like this much better. Mr. Vani.
How are you?
Very good, good to see you.
Very heavy night, very light.
I see that. Are we on yet? Well, the crinkling's done, that's okay.
Okay.
This one first, right?
Yeah, just call them that. Good evening, and welcome to the Planning Advisory Board meeting, January 11th, 2024. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Board Member Lou Warner.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, again, good evening. Secretary Byrne, please call the roll.
Chairman Stanko,
Here.
Member DiLeonardo,
Yeah.
Member Chabina,
Here.
Member Warner, Member Warner,
Here, I'm sorry.
Member Castelline is absent, Member Byrne is present. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Format for the meeting this evening will be a presentation from the applicant, questions and comments that the board may have, and then any interested parties may speak on the application. And if you do speak, we would ask that you come to the podium and state your name and address for the record. We have some agenda items this evening, some shorter than others. Number one is 65 South Service Road in Plainview, New York, 1180-803. The applicant is seeking a site plan approval from the Planning Advisory Board in accordance with the town's site design standards. This site plan application involves the construction of a 15,600 square foot addition, which will contain a new service department and a second-story parking area with associated site improvements. The proposed use for the subject property is permitted use to Chapter 246, Table 5.2 of the Code of the Town of Oyster Bay. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. My name is Eric Snipus, attorney with Greenberg Trog, 900 Stewart Avenue, Garden City, New York. Here on behalf of the applicant, we are requesting an adjournment tonight. I would ask, if possible, for the next available date, which I believe is February 8th.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. We don't need to do a vote on that or anything? No. Okay. Accepted, and thank you.
Thank you very
Hope to
much.
see you then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Okay. We have to stay here. Second one is 320 Central Avenue, Bethpage, New York, 11714. The applicant is seeking a site plan approval from the Planning Advisory Board in accordance with the town's site design standards. This site plan application involves the demolition of two commercial buildings, 300 Central Avenue, which is 1,992.3 square feet, and 320 Central Avenue, which is 2,521 square feet, and the construction of a two-story, 16,003 square foot place of worship with associated site improvements. The proposed use for the subject property is a permitted use pursuant to Chapter 246, Table 5.2 of the Code of the Town of Oyster Bay.
Good evening, Chairman Stanko, members of the board. Tom Abadi. I'm an attorney with offices at 88 Sunnyside Boulevard in Plainview. I'm respectfully requesting that this matter be adjourned, and as we attorneys say, sine die, without a date. Put it bluntly, we've got some homework to do, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So far, so good. Number 3 is 90 Woodbury Road, Woodbury, New York, 11797. The applicant is seeking a site plan approval from the Planning Advisory Board in accordance with the town's site design standards. This site plan application involves the construction of a one-story addition, 4,951 square feet, to an existing place of worship with associated site improvements. The proposed use for the subject property is a permitted use pursuant to Chapter 246, Table 5.2 of the Code of the Town of Oyster Bay. Let me just say,
Yes.
Secretary Byrne, do we have any correspondence on this application?
Yes, we do, Chairman. We have a memo from the Zoning Division dated March 1st, 2023, stating the subject property located at 90 Woodbury Road, Woodbury, New York, 11797, has a Nassau County Land and Tax Map designation of Section 14, Block B, lots 244, 209, 239, 240, 241, and is located within the R1 2A Residential Zoning District. We have a memo from the Department of Environmental Resources dated September 26, 2023, classifying this project as Type 2 pursuant to seeker. We have a memo from the Code Enforcement Bureau dated March 2, 2023, stating there are no open code cases for the subject property. Chairman, since this memo is several months old, the Planning Division contacted the Code Enforcement Bureau this week, and there are currently no open code cases on the property. We have a memo from the town's Department of Public Works Highway Division dated March 3, 2023, and Engineering Division dated May 15, 2023, stating they have reviewed the site plans and have no objections. We have a memo from Keith Holloway, Planner 2, Nassau County Department of Public Works dated December 4, 2023, stating that the project is not subject to further review under New York State General Municipal Law 239F. We have a memo from the Nassau County Planning Commission dated December 19, 2023, recommending local determination for this project. We have a memo from the Planning Division dated December 5, 2023, stating the required parking for the subject property is 398 parking spaces and 140 have been provided. We have a memo from the Planning Division dated December 5, 2023, stating that the division has conducted a review in accordance with Chapter 246, Section 6, Site Plan Review of the Code of the Town of Oyster Bay, and is referring the site plan to the Planning Advisory Board for appropriate action. And we have the affidavit of sign posting and mailing from the applicant.
Okay, thank you.
Once
Okay.
again, thank you. Once again, Tom Abadi. Chairman Stanko, members of the board, this is an existing church, obviously. It's in the R1 2A zone. It's located on Woodbury Road. This is north of Jericho Turnpike as you're heading towards Cold Spring Harbor. This is really an island unto itself. It's a double roadway frontage street, Woodbury Road and then Avery Road. And as you go to the rear of our property, and Avery Road as well, it goes upward, and then we're bordered in the rear by the Long Island Railroad. The only residential near us is across the street, and that's a gated community, and none of the townhomes even front on Woodbury Road. Along with Sergio Tedesco, our project architect, we've represented St. Mark's for over a decade now as they evolve. They are a Coptic church, largely Egyptians. Coptic is a word that comes from one of the later names for the Egyptian language. We are the only Coptic church on Long Island. There are just not that many Coptic Christians about, so we draw from a wide geographic area, hence the need from time to time to accommodate our congregation. Our congregation is not expanding, but what we have found is this. Much like, with my heritage, with the Italians, right? Our parents came in, they spoke fluent Italian, and we kids did not. So the same thing's going on with St. Mark's. They're having the Arabic masses, and the kids don't speak Arabic. So we have a worship space for the younger generation downstairs. Because we come from all over, we can't do it at separate times. We can't have an English language mass at 10 a.m. and an Arabic mass at noon, et cetera. So we try to accommodate everybody all at once. This will not result in an increase in the size of our congregation, the proposal tonight. It's merely to accommodate us as we evolve. So specifically, what we're looking to do this evening is to convert an existing terrace into enclosed space. And you can see that on the gray hatch portion of the plan before you. By doing that, we will be able to expand the upstairs worship area, which is the main church, as well as the lower level worship area. In doing that, we're going to reconfigure the entrance area. It's a roundabout. Now, we don't have parking there. We have one or two stalls. Most of the parking is in the dedicated lot to the side, but that is a pickup and drop-off area, and we've redesigned it as such. In doing this now, we will relocate the baptismal room on the offices. We're going to relocate them from the rear of what will now be the expanded area for worship to the side of the building over the existing terrace. Naturally, anytime we do an enclosure, we're increasing the off-street parking requirement, so should this find favor with the board this evening, we will then be referred to the ZBA for the required parking relief. I don't have much I can add, but I do have Mr. Tedesco, who I said is our project architect from Core Group Architects, and I also have Michael Rand, our professional engineer from North Coast Civil, to answer any questions which are above my pay grade. Those questions would be virtually anything that doesn't involve the law. They're all above my pay grade.
How many additional seats are you going to have in the two expanded worship areas?
And right away, it's above my pay grade. Mr. Tedesco. That's you, Sergio.
Good evening, Chair, members of the board.
What size are those plants?
Well, this is the problem.
Come on,
This is the problem.
go ahead.
Again, members of the board, thank you, Sergio Tedesco from Core Group Architects. With respect to the, with respect to the occupancy, we've on the upper level of the sanctuary space, we've eliminated what used to be an office and a baptismal room. Coincidentally, those rooms are getting relocated to the addition, and so we're replacing those spaces with pews. So how many? I mean, we're replacing probably about 10 pews at about 10 occupancies. So, coincidentally, it may seat an additional 100.
And that's for both floors?
That's for the upper floor.
Upper floor.
Yeah, the lower floor has the English-speaking portion of the church, which was converted from a storage space to a worship space, again, for English-speaking.
Well, you show it as existing, there is a worship.
Yeah, we had gotten a prior approval for the lower level.
Yeah, so the lower level had been storage, and for the reasons that I described earlier, Arabic and English mass simultaneously, we had gone to the zoning board and received the necessary off-street parking relief to convert it to worship space. So that's legal.
That space hasn't changed.
That space hasn't changed?
No, the only thing we did was we added some bathrooms downstairs to accommodate the church.
If you don't mind, let's go refer to the plan. Because I mean, I thought that I saw that it was a little bit larger downstairs, but there was...
Let me, you may be right, let me just see 1 second.
God, these things are so big.
So there are portions, the two flanking sides of the sanctuary space downstairs had gotten enlarged because we had taken away some what were classroom spaces downstairs, and the flanking rooms have gotten enlarged. And as far as the occupancy on those, I would say it's probably about 60 or 70 occupants.
Did you take into account the multi-purpose room on your parking calculation?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the occupancy breakdown on one of the sheets, and that includes the multi-purpose room.
I think it's the first sheet. It's on the first sheet.
Yeah.
Z10, Z1.
As part of the programming, we also included an elevator, which the church doesn't presently have, to accommodate, obviously, accessibility, and a new communicating staircase between the lower level and the upstairs.
I'm just looking at your plan, and on the, on sheet Z1, which, 100, which I just referred to, where it says proposed, it says outdoor basketball court, 106 occupants. I think that should have been, that should be changed to indoor basketball court.
Yes, you are correct. You are correct.
So your existing basketball court here is not in that calculation?
No.
Because I was looking at that, I said, how are
Yeah.
they computing?
Yeah, no.
Are they computing that? Do you currently have a generator on the property, or are you going to put one?
There is a generator, right?
I see it on.
There's an existing generator,
There's an
yes.
existing. Is that, how much will that take care of the building, or will that take care of a part of the building?
You know, it's a good
or-
question. It's a fairly large-sized generator. How
I'm just,
much of it's-
I'm just asking if is it going to do the whole chapel, or?
I honestly couldn't answer that. I don't know how, it was put in when we did the addition for the gym space.
Okay,
I know it was accommodating the multipurpose room and the gym at the time.
So
I
it'll
don't
do-
know whether or not it accommodates the
so
actual
it'll do
church
maybe heating
itself.
if you need it, or
yes, I
AC,
believe
or
so.
a part, lighting maybe?
Basic lighting,
Okay,
yes.
all right. That's good to know that you have that in place already.
That was a big thing for the church.
Yeah, yeah.
A question on the service. You're going to be having an English service downstairs also. Is that to accommodate existing congregants, or is the church growing that it's bringing in other peoples that you're going to need more services and the congregation is going to be larger?
Yeah, this should be, it's to accommodate the existing congregation. I mean, we would love for the congregation to grow, but there just aren't that many Coptics around. As I mentioned, we're the only Coptic church in Long Island, and we draw from the eastern portion of Queens and even Brooklyn. Unlike the Muslims, right, so I had the mosque case on tonight, that religious entity is growing. and we see more mosques popping up, and it dilutes the size of each congregation. Here, we're finite and decreasing, if anything, in population. So we do the English Mass, again, because the next gen doesn't speak Arabic. And we do it simultaneously because they travel from so far. It only makes sense to do it all at once. So mom and dad can be upstairs, and the kids can be downstairs.
I noticed that at the end of the parking areas, you have arrows, one arrow going off the parking, the hard parking. Because there's like curb cuts that, you know, if you look at it, over near the outdoor basketball court, to the left of that, to the north of that.
The basketball court is here, okay, yes.
I don't know, you know, how the parking stacks up when you have Easter or Christmas or whatever, but is that intended on that, I guess, grass area or whatever to be utilized for additional parking?
I will tell you, in practice, it is. I drive by the site every day, including Sundays. The only time I see cars in the grassed area is at Christmas time and when we do the festival, which is once a year. But ordinary Sundays, we do not. So the idea is to keep cars from parking on the shoulder of Woodbury Road. And we don't count that as part of our on-site parking provided.
Right.
That's just overflow for, again, Christmas, Easter, and the festival.
You know, in the past, we have not asked, but, you know, people have come forward and had land bank parking. I kind of think that it would be nice to see some additional spaces there, just that if the congregation grows or whatever like that, and, you know, parking becomes a problem, the town will have something to fall back on.
great
And
idea.
to say, you know, we'd like to have you, well, we need to have you pave that area which you land banked.
That's a great idea. Yeah, we'll certainly work on that.
Can you work on that, Mr. Tedesco?
Sure.
Or, I'm sorry, that would be Mike, I'm sure.
Well, the team.
Mr. Rant, I'm sorry.
We'll collectively work on it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
There's this guy in town hall that I have to call about it, though. He seems to know.
How much you
mean,
think they could pick up there? How many? Any guesstimate?
I don't know, how many's in the line?
Or
Quite a few. 19, I would think they could pick up 20, 40, maybe 40, 50 spots,
by
just so.
eyeballing it? I
Yeah,
think
by
so, too.
eyeballing it, you know.
Yeah.
We're not asking you to take away all the grass, you
Right.
know, or we're not asking you to take away any of the grass,
Right.
but just to show it, you know, what would be a reasonable 50 cars, that would be 150 new congregants or whatever, you
Right.
know, so.
And I would think it'd also give the imprimatur that when we do use it for overflow, it's an authorized.
And I mean, it might be practical for when they have their festival also,
100%, great idea.
because, you know, but whatever.
the traffic flow pattern, would you have these arrows on the ground? Are you planning on having directional arrows on the ground, or are they just for the plans?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Michael Rant, North Coast Civil. The arrows would be delineated on the ground where to enter so that vehicles know the proper flow of traffic. We are reconstructing that roundabout in the front, and we are adding 15 additional parking spaces there. Allows people to drop off and have better circulation around the site.
That's the main entrance to the church?
Yes, correct.
Circle.
Yes.
Is there any handicap that's provided there, or do you have it geared for some other spot on the church for access?
Yeah, there's 2 handicap spots that are adjacent to the new entrance with the ramp, and then there's handicap parking spaces at the existing parking lot that go to the lower level. And as Mr. Tedesco had mentioned, they're adding an interior elevator that'll allow handicapped people to go from the lower level to the upper level. Yes.
And your trash is picked up early in the morning, late, off-peak times, I would imagine?
I believe that's the case. There's a existing refuse container out in the, what is that, the south side? Yeah, sort of like west side,
Yeah, I'm
Right.
sorry, east side,
east side.
behind the gym.
Behind the gym building and up where we approach the Logan and where our tracks.
I think you even show that on a plan, Mr. Rant, don't you? Where the garbage
Yes.
trucks go in,
We have a,
turning,
this project was subject to Nassau County 239F, and they wanted us to demonstrate turning diagrams for passenger vehicles, garbage trucks, so there is a sheet that shows how they access the garbage truck and
Correct,
how
yeah.
they
I thought I
leave the
saw
process.
that.
Yes,
without opening up another bed sheet.
it is in there, it is in there.
I'm just asking, why are you relocating the sign? Is it, you want to put a new sign up, or?
Right now, it's encroaching over the property line into the
Okay.
county property, so it's being
Okay.
pulled back onto the property.
All right.
I think you might want to check the location of that sign, because the town requirement, as it was when I worked there 10 years ago, was a minimum setback of 10 feet from the property line. And that looks pretty much like it's right on the
Yeah,
property
it's
line.
just shy of a foot inside the property.
Yeah. So you might want to, that might
Is that part of the variance, Tom? Do we know?
be need for a variance. I mean, the ordinance may have changed. I don't know. Mr. Byrne would know better than that.
No, it's still 10 foot.
Still 10 foot, yeah. So that if you can't maintain the 10 feet, then of course it would be a variance from the zoning board of appeals. I mean, you do have quite a large area in the county right of way, but, the town can't count that area. We can only count what's on your property.
Okay, we'll look into that. Thank
We'll
you.
look into it. Yeah, our parking spaces start 10 feet setback from the property line. So
Right.
the 10-foot would push it into the parking lot, but
Right,
we can
yeah,
evaluate.
so, either find a relocation or apply for a variance, I'm sure.
Yeah, on square footage, you might need a variance anyway, because this is a residential zone.
Right.
So they don't allow commercial-sized signs, so typically you'll probably need a variance anyway, depending on the size.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
It's the existing.
And check the records to see, maybe you have a permit for it, it was just, maybe you have a zero setback and a variance and a permit for it, it was just set on the town property, the county property.
Yeah, this will be Sergio and I, our third trip to the ZBA. It's never been called that before. So we'll look into it.
The existing sign is 5 feet into the right-of-way, so it is moving 6 feet further back away from the
Well,
roadway.
but it still doesn't meet the
Yeah,
ordinance.
we still need a variance, but it
Yes.
is being
Yeah.
pulled about.
But at
6
least it's
feet.
on your property.
Yes, it'll be on the property line, it'll be set back further than it currently is.
Right.
If he looks at it again in another 5 minutes, it'll be 9 feet.
Anything else? Okay. Lou, okay.
Satisfied?
Scott? Okay.
All right, great.
Thank you.
very much.
Is there anyone that would wish to speak on this application? Address the board? Board having... Okay. With that, I'll entertain a motion on this application.
I'll make a motion that we approve the plans as submitted, subject to the applicant amending their plans, site plans, to reflect some additional land bank parking at the end of the existing parking areas near the outdoor basketball court.
Very good.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Call the roll. Any
Okay,
other
on
points? No.
the motion by Member Warner, seconded by Member Tribina, Chairman Stenko,
Aye?
Member Di Leonardo,
Aye.
Member Tribina,
Aye.
Member Warner,
All right,
Member Byrne is aye. Chairman, the motion carries with 5 ayes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you for your
Good night.
presentation. Thank you. And a motion to adjourn at this point?
Motion.
So moved.
Aye, aye.
Not yet, not yet. No, he's doing it. I'm not.
Well done. That's always, do a nice job. We're aware of where it came from.
Maybe it dropped in the bag. I don't see anything down there. No. Something, I thought something.
That's the only one we're doing, right, done?
That's it.
You got the envelope, right?
Yes, thank you. See you there.
I'm
Cliff,
not gonna be there. My son's got,
oh, you're not going?
no, because he's got like all county file.
Oh, okay.
My notes?
Yes, okay. All right, good, good. Oh, wait a minute, don't go yet. You might be me. All right.
I think it was the pen. I think it was the pen that dropped.
Oh, did you get it?
No, it's in the
Oh, it's
bag.
probably in the back, yeah, yeah.
what are you, a bag man now, Tony?
Yeah.
Well, he brought all 3 pens there.
I was on my way.
That's it, we're gonna have this, we'll have Ferrari, and then we'll have,
Night, see you next time.
Right.
I'm going to Florida.
okay, enjoy.
I was figuring we should.
I know I'm on snack, I know I was gonna go on. A little bit quickest one.
Yeah. Sorry I stole you.